What if the Cold War wasn't just about nukes and spies, but a hidden race to control time itself? In 1963, deep beneath a quiet desert in Nevada, the United States was hiding something far more dangerous than missiles. The facility didn't exist on any map. No satellite could see it. Officially, it was just another military test site. Unofficially, it was called Project Kronos.
Dr. Ethan Caldwell adjusted his thick glasses as he stared at the massive steel ring humming in front of him. Sparks of blue energy crackled around it like lightning trapped in a cage. Years of research, billions of dollars, and countless sleepless nights had led to this moment. "Is it stable?" a general asked, his voice sharp and impatient. Ethan hesitated. Stable enough, for now. At the exact same moment, across the world in Siberia, the Soviet Union had built their own version, and they were ahead. In a frozen underground bunker, Russian scientist Dr. Viktor Leonov smiled coldly as his machine roared to life. Unlike the American version, his design was rough but powerful. "We don't need perfection," Viktor muttered. "We only need victory." Back in Nevada, Ethan received a classified message that made his blood run cold. The Soviets have successfully sent an object 24 hours into the past. 24 hours? Ethan whispered. That's impossible. But it wasn't. The Cold War had just changed forever. The first rule of time travel: whoever controls the past controls the future. The US government wasted no time. They ordered Ethan to accelerate testing. Within days, they prepared a human trial. A young pilot named Jake Reynolds stepped forward, brave, confident, and maybe a little reckless. "You're telling me I go in there," Jake said, pointing at the glowing ring, "and come back yesterday?" Ethan nodded. "If everything works, yes." Jake smirked. "Coolest mission ever." The countdown began. 3, 2, 1. The machine exploded with light, swallowing Jake whole. Silence. Then, he was gone. Minutes felt like hours. Suddenly, the machine flickered again. Jake stumbled out, breathing heavily. "Did it work?" Ethan asked. Jake looked up, eyes wide. "I saw myself. Yesterday. And you're not going to believe this? Someone was following me." They weren't alone in the past. Meanwhile, in Moscow, Viktor had already taken things further. He didn't just send objects or people, he sent information. Secret military strategies, future plans, even stock market predictions. The Soviet advantage was growing rapidly. But Viktor had a problem. Every time they changed something in the past, the present shifted unpredictably. Small changes, big consequences. One experiment erased an entire military base from existence. Another caused a scientist to suddenly vanish because in the new timeline, he was never born. Viktor realized the truth. "Time is not a tool," he said quietly. "It's a weapon, and it's unstable." Back in America, things were getting worse. Jake's second mission revealed something terrifying. There were others moving through time. Unidentified agents. Silent. Precise. They weren't American.
Who are they? The general demanded. Ethan shook his head. I don't know, but they're changing things we didn't touch. The timeline was becoming a battlefield. Past, present, and future were colliding. Then came the biggest shock of all. During a high-risk mission, Jake jumped back 3 days. But something went wrong. When he returned, the world had changed. The American flag had a different design. The president was someone else. And Project Kronos didn't exist. Jake panicked. Ethan, where are you? He searched the facility, but it was gone. In its place was an empty desert. Jake was stranded in a timeline that wasn't his own. Somewhere in time, Ethan Caldwell realized the truth. He wasn't just building a machine. He was breaking reality. Desperate, Ethan initiated a secret protocol. He sent a message into the past, to himself. A warning. Do not build the machine. But when his past self received the message, he didn't stop. He became curious. And curiosity made everything worse. The final phase of the race had begun. USA versus USSR. And something else. Victor and Ethan both realized they were no longer in control. The mysterious third group revealed themselves. They called themselves the Keepers. Guardians of the timeline. You were never meant to touch time, one of them told Jake. You've already caused too much damage. Jake clenched his fists. Then fix it. The Keeper shook his head. There is only one way. Erase the machines by erasing their creators. The plan was simple and terrifying. Go back to the moment before Project Kronos and the Soviet machine were ever created and stop both scientists. Jake volunteered immediately. Send me back, he said. I'll do it. Ethan hesitated. If you change that, none of this ever happens. You won't exist in this timeline. Jake smiled faintly. Then I guess it's worth it. The machine powered up one last time. Energy surged. Time twisted. Jake disappeared. 1960, before everything. Jake found Ethan as a young scientist, full of dreams and ambition. He also found Victor at a conference in Europe. Jake had 2 targets, 2 choices. But as he watched them, something changed. They weren't villains. They were just men chasing progress.
Jake lowered his weapon. There has to be another way. Suddenly, the keepers appeared. "You're hesitating," one said. Jake shook his head. "I won't kill them. Then the timeline will collapse." Jake thought fast.
Instead of stopping them, he changed something else. He sabotaged the early designs. Just enough to make time travel impossible, but without destroying their lives. A small change. A safe change. Or so he hoped. The reset. Everything went white. Time folded in on itself. And then, silence. Jake woke up in a normal world. No secret labs, no time machines, no Cold War time race. Just history, as it was meant to be. He looked around, confused. Did it work? A voice behind him answered. Yes, mostly. Jake turned. It was Ethan, but older and different. "We remember," Ethan said quietly. "Some of us do." Jake frowned. "The timeline? It's stable?" Ethan nodded. "For now." But far away, in a forgotten bunker beneath the ice, something flickered to life. A machine. Not fully destroyed. Not completely gone. And a single message blinked on a dusty screen. Time travel research. Restart initiated.